In a public hearing on the bill today, Deputy Attorney General Gloria Rudolph said senators need to close the loophole in the law that has allowed agency heads to hire those convicted of misconduct, an example of which came as recently as this current administration.
We've seen questionable exercises of discretion, such as the hiring of a former DOC guard who had just been convicted of official misconduct for assisting drug-addicted inmates with smuggling drugs into DOC, and then finding a position at none other than the Port Authority of Guam, an obvious vulnerable point of entry for illegal drugs.
She cited another example, an extremely disturbing case, she said, of a former Department of Education bus driver.
In 1992, Franklin Borja Camacho was charged with molesting 2 children, 9 and 10 years old, who were attending MU Lujan Elementary School and had the misfortune to be riders of Mr. Camacho's bus. Mr. Camacho was convicted by a jury of official misconduct for pinching the buttock of the 10-year-old girl who he was entrusted with transporting to and from school.
While Camacho was subsequently convicted, he could have been stopped at least 4 years earlier in another incident in which he was caught having sex with a 14-year-old. His punishment back then?
He was suspended for 15 days and allowed to continue working as a bus driver. He was suspended for 15 days and allowed to be around even younger children who he subsequently molested.
With testimony such as that, bill sponsor Senator Joanne Brown suggests it might be worth putting even more teeth into the bill.
In New Jersey, essentially official misconduct is looked at as a second-degree offense. And in New Jersey, if you're convicted of official misconduct, you can serve up to 5 to 10 years of imprisonment and up to $150,000 penalty. That is incredibly severe. But I think it also sends out a very strong message. I don't know, we'll see what consensus we could get here. But obviously from the testimony, there needs to be a little more than just not being reemployed in the government of Guam.
The legislation, she adds, would be a step forward in restoring trust in government officials. Nestor Lecanto, KUAM News.